in this part of video some numerical problem based on a speed control of DC machine will be explained. So first problem is 10 HP 115 volt DC series motor takes 40 ampere at full load, a speed of 1800 rpm. What is the torque at 30 ampere? Torque is demanded at 30 ampere. 10 HP series motor. Series motor, if you see its diagram is like this. This is series motor. Its field winding is like this. This is series motor. So here Vt equal to terminal voltage, and this is your series field, RS, series field. Here armature resistance will be there, but it motors take 40 ampere at full load, a speed of 1800 rpm. This motor is running at 1800 rpm. This is the question. Now in this question it is asked that what is the torque at 30 ampere. So I have to find the torque of the motor when current is 30 ampere. So let us solve it. So first we find angular speed in radian per second, which is equal to 2 pi by 60 times n. Already explained about the n is in rpm, rotation per minute. So rotation per minute means, suppose if one complete rotation, how much radian it makes? Complete one rotation, radian form will be 2 pi. If it is 5 rotation, so 5 multiplied by 2 pi. If it is n rotation, so n multiplied by 2 pi, it will be rotation per minute. Rotation per minute. So we need to convert this minute into second. So 2 pi into n and divided by 60. So this will be the angular speed and its unit will be radian per second. So same here it is used. N is 1800. After solving this, we will get 188 radian per second. Now power is given 10 HP. So converting it into kilowatt, so we have to multiply it by 746. 1 HP equal to 746 watt. So 10 HP will be equal to, just multiply by 10, 7046 watt. So divide by 1000, it will be equal to 7.46 kilowatt. Now power is equal to torque multiplied by angular speed. So torque will be equal to power by angular speed. Power is known, angular speed is known. So torque value will be 39.6 Newton meter. Now coming to the main part of the problem. Now torque formula, as we know, torque is proportional to phi into Ia. Here Ka is the armature constant. For series motor, this field flux is proportional to field current, and field current and armature current both are same here. Ia and here If, field current, both are same current is going to here, and even terminal current, what is the line current here coming, all are same. Line current equal to armature current equal to field current, all are same for series motor. So field current and armature current is same. So this flux is proportional to K1 into If, and this Ka and K1 is replaced by Ks. So here Ia is putted, so it will be equal to Ia square. So Ks value will be torque divided by Ia square. And torque already calculated, 39.6 divided by Ia square. So this Ks value is 0.025. Now new torque, I have to find new torque for current of 30 when current is 30 ampere. This torque was the value of constant when torque was 39.6 and current was 40 ampere. Now current is changed to 30 ampere. So Ks multiplied by 30 ampere square. So torque is 22.2 Newton meter. So here we can see that the value of torque early at 40 ampere current, its value was 39.6, but when current is reduced, its torque reduces to 22.2 Newton meter. One more problem, very interesting problem. A 220 volt DC shunt motor draws 10 ampere at 1800 rpm. Shunt motor. Shunt motor means its excitation is in parallel with the armature. The armature resistance is 0.2 ohm and field winding resistance is 440 ohm. The motor is like this. So I am just drawing a shunt motor here. So let this be a shunt motor like this. I am drawing here shunt motor. So this is the terminal voltage, and terminal voltage is 220 volt, and this field resistance is 440 ohm. And armature resistance here Ra equal to 0.2 ohm, field resistance 440 ohm, and shunt motor draws 10 ampere at 1800 rpm. Rotation is 1800 rpm. So now here shunt motor, it is taking from the main source, the current is 10 ampere coming here. So here some current will go here, IF, that is called field current, and the remaining current, that is called armature current, which will be equal to 10 ampere minus field current, that will be equal to armature current. So now field current can be very easily found. Here the voltage at the parallel branch is 220 volt and resistance is 440. So Vt divided by 440, so it will come 0.5 ampere. So after subtracting from 10 ampere, 0.5 ampere, we will get 9.5 ampere current will be going to the armature of the machine. Now this is induced EMF. Induced EMF is here supply voltage. If you see it, it is like this. Here one armature resistance, and here the terminal voltage is 220 volt, and here the voltage is here the Ra is the armature resistance. Here I have to find its voltage. So you just apply Kirchhoff voltage law here. We can find very easily the direction of current is like this. So positive will be here, negative is here, and this current is how much? 9.5 ampere Ia. This armature current is 9.5 ampere going here. So applying this Kirchhoff voltage law, or for motor, Ea will be equal to Vt minus Ia Ra. You can also say that the applied voltage is this much, so this much drop will be equal to Ea, that is back EMF, Vt minus Ia Ra. That is written here. So after calculating, we get Ea 218 volt. Now power of the machine will be P equal to E multiplied by I. So 218 multiplied by 9.5, so power will be 2.07 kilowatt. Now a speed in angular radian per second, this is like this, 2 pi multiplied by 1800 divided by 60. So torque will be power divided by omega. So this is 11 Newton per meter, 11 Newton meter. The armature resistance, what is the torque? So now torque is calculated. So in part B, what will be the speed and line current at a torque of 20 Newton meter if field current is constant? Field current is not changed, means 0.5 ampere field current is kept constant. So you see here in this question, here it was in this question torque is required, and here torque is given, and line current is speed and line current is need to be calculated. So now we need to find the speed and line current. It is just opposite to the first one question. So here Ea is equal to Ka phi multiplied by omega. So K multiplied by phi equal to E by omega. E is already calculated 218 volt and omega is also here. Omega also calculated in this part 188. So this portion comes 1.16. Now torque is K into phi into Ia. So Ia armature current, from here we can find T by, and torque is given in this question 20 Newton meter divided by this. So armature current will be 70.3 ampere. Now line current for the shunt motor, line current is equal to whatever line current is coming. You see here the diagram, whatever line current is coming, it is the armature current plus field current. Armature current plus the field current. Armature current calculated 17.3 ampere from here, and field current already calculated 0.5, because field current is not changed, it is constant, it is saying in the question. So line current will be 17.8 ampere. Now EA, voltage in the armature, will be equal to same formula. We are using this same formula here, Vt minus IaRa. So 220 minus, now IA current will be 17.3 and armature resistance is 0.2. So its value will be equal to 217 volt. Now coming to the speed portion, speed is EA by Ka into phi. So EA I have already calculated here, 217 divided by this value. So this much speed will be there, and we can also convert into RPM, rotation per minute. So speed will be in rotation per minute, its value will be 1.79 into 10 to the power 3 RPM. Just this is was when I was calculating omega by doing n multiplied by 2 pi divided by 60. So if omega is written, then n given, then n will be omega into 60 divided by 2 pi. Same thing is done here, omega multiplied by 60 divided by 2 pi. So this is the speed of the motor when 20 Newton current is developed. So a speed you see here a speed value, and here a speed value is 1717. So what does it mean? If we remove 1790, means 1790 will be. So you can say that a speed is almost constant. Here torque is changed, but a speed is almost constant. So basically DC shunt motor is a constant speed drive motor. In this case the speed is kept constant by using the shunt motor, because in case of the shunt this flux is constant, flux is not changing, so speed will not change. So early its speed was 1800 running, its speed was 1800 RPM. Now its speed is almost same, 1790 RPM. Okay, now we will see in next part of the video I will discuss about the speed control of the DC motor. That speed control, how we can find the speed control of DC motor, that will be discussed in later part. In next video I will discuss this, how we can control the speed of a DC motor. Basically a speed of the DC motor will be controlled by two parameters. One is called flux control, that is called field control, and another that is called voltage control. So this is called armature voltage control, armature control. So two methods we will see in coming videos. This is also very important part of the speed control. By varying the flux we can also control the speed. By varying the armature voltage we can also control the speed. In one case the speed above the rated speed is obtained, and in another case the speed below rated speed is obtained. That we have to study in coming video. I will discuss this thing.